This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet.
Here comes the first ball.
Here we go. It starts right now. Lovely strike down the ground. Straight to the player, though. That is the skipper. Riddick Tomo gets his hands on the ball nice and early with that first delivery. Wow. They just both stare at each other. Riddick Tomo, the current captain, and Arun Ashokan.
And as they get it between the cones, now it's a short one, whereas he's going to get a little bit of luck here.
As Salim in again. Edges, catches is the call, and there's no one catching that as it again finds the gap. In the air, who wants this one? It's not going to go into hands, it's going to go over, a long way over for a big 6.
But the bowlers, that's where you've got to keep the ball. He's unlucky there, really unlucky. Will also play a part in it. That is out of the middle. There's nobody there for hard. Smashes this over extra cover, a little bit too short.
So count that game. That's massive. Well, he struck that perfectly. That's in the slot.
Oh, my.
It's a slower ball, just over the fingertips of the fielder there in mid-wicket. Made every effort to leap for that one. Even went one-handed. Wow, forget about it. Crunched, crashed, smoked, smacked. We continue. Lofted, away, 6, look out. Look out if there's anyone a metre away from production's window. This is in the air, but this is probably going to clear as well. And it does, not by an awful long way, so that was just a top edge.
It's outside the off.
Yeah.
But because of the length, I mean, this is, all right, misses out on this, he would get the single. And I'll just take a rest at the other end because he has brought his 50 up, 50 off 15 balls. So,
bowler in again. It's a slow delivery. It's mishit, but it's mishit enough. How about that? Short, up in the air, elevated. And that is also going to fly away towards the Scott Page bench, just to the side of it.
They don't exist. Hit the wide line.
Yep, I agree. And then he does something like that. So it's right in the slot. It's literally a half volley. Of course, he's going to hit it to the leg side.
The only one that's been bowled, he almost carved it onto his own stumps. Short, again, punished. And this is just hitting practice. This is almost like, it is Sunday.
Oh, and it's just connected again. This time he doesn't get a 6. Surprise, surprise, but it does go for 4. Bowler in again. Oh, finally gets a little bit of a mistake there. But it's going to run away still for runs. It's Ravi Solanki.
And
in the air. First
smashed.
ball. How about that? Bang, out of the ground. First hit.
The last 3 overs gone 24, 23, 26. And this one could be going big as well. As now is turn for Mars Munirudin to get in the act. That's another one that's been mullered away.
Hit downtown. Has he got enough on this? It's not enough. It goes into the hands of the fielder waiting there who just underarms it. That's Smit Patel with a very safe pair of hands. The drinks break has brought a wicket.
It has, yeah. I mean, it's the 4th ball after drinks after being hit for 2 6s. Are going to be 2 dots, but one of those dots will be a red dot, which means there's a wicket. And that's the end of Munirudin. But look, no shame in that. 33 of 13.
As he faced his first one. He tries smack down the ground. It's going to get through 2 players who converge at the same time together as the ball has already crossed the line for 4.
And he's saying one thing.
That's
this one could be coming in. He just dived in. I was there. I was ready.
You were ready for that.
I was ready for that when it was coming straight into my hands. Smit Patel. And it's going to be 6 runs. So this one might make it in, It's coming.
It's yours, Rico.
Coming. That's going to go all the way as well. Shaba, Shaba, Kinna, Sona, Kinna, Badda, Shaka.
Last note, 2 deliveries to go. In the air. Now, where's that gone?
Gone for 6.
That is indeed. I completely lost sight of that. That went up, up and away. Crunch. And that has been hit pretty hard. Although Romani on the boundary line, I think he's juggled it over for a Maximo. Let's see how he goes. I think you might be right, Rico. Oh, stands and delivers and goes straight up in the air. Catching opportunity. Tomar.
Oh,
no. And it's gone for 4. Oh, dear, oh, dear. It's a full toss. And he can do it on this ball. Smacked, spanked, crashed, walloped out of the ground. Maximo, back-to-back centuries for that man, Fahad Shakil. 100 of 28 deliveries. He is an absolute match-winning dynamo.
At the MVP there. There's no doubt about it. We're looking, there he is. He goes again. It's his shot. He's made it look easy. He's sweeping the ball from outside off for 6 because that's the way he's treating them at the moment. Here's another one. You can't be bowling there. They're not learning, people. They're not learning. They're just bowling runs to him, and Fahad Shakil. Hey, it's only halfway. Now he goes outside the off. Oh, just unbelievable. What more can I say? We're just seeing just amazing hitting. It's 6 after 6 after 6, literally. It's hit well. Just going to drop, but he shouldn't do that. You can't do that. It just makes it.
Here it comes. Crunch. We start with a big smack out of the ground, offside. Like I said, he hits to the left and he hits to the right. 150 from 40.
Yes.
That's what we're missing. Now that's what has been given. Well, there you go. We bring up the high scoring, and that's probably jinxed the situation there. The finger is raised, given out leg before, and now the batters can switch their bats over. And that is the end of a mammoth, amazing innings. Have a look at this. And what do you think? Crashing into leg.
And applaud what has been a magnificent knock for Fahad Shakil.
Butt can do it. Crash. There you go. There is. Just bounces inside the rope for 4. So that's been eclipsed.
He hits this well, and it won't be reached. But it's going to be 4 runs off the last ball. So they won't get the 200 on the board. We'll check to see if it is the highest we've seen in the European Cricket Series. But the Prague Tigers have finished on a massive 198 for 2.
That's who they are. Here we go with the run chase. Plays a straight shot back there. Oh, hesitation on the single. Imagine that had a turn nasty. And it's Kadawala opening the batting with Salim. Smack down the ground, straight hit. There is protection. Too hot to handle, and it gets through the fielder.
I mean, for it to happen full stop, that's a good hit. It's a blasted.
We continue. Last ball, the over. Shouts a catch.
And
oh, I tell you what, Rico, we're going to go for a golden ball in this match. I tell you what, I'd love it if we did. That crash has gone out of the ground. Don't adjust your TV sets or what you can hear, folks. That was a huge.
Do it in little bite size chunks. But what they can't do is lose wickets. This could be an opportunity, and it will be taken. Cool as a cucumber as he takes this catch. Let's have a look at this. No issue there. There's definitely a gap between him and his foot. How does he land? He lands inside. And he will now have to go.
Alarming again. It's been hit down the ground. This is Ravi Solanki. Oh, it gets past the fielder. That is probably going to beat them. It is indeed across the line. So straight away, do it in quick time.
Shot.
Bang.
Lovely shot.
Oh, Rico, that's a great shot. That's out of the ground. That's again heading towards the golf course.
He's proved me right. And he's proved a lot of other people wrong who said maybe he's not, maybe he hasn't got it to go and go big. Well, the wicket.
Well, that's going to help. That sounded absolutely like a gunshot. That has been smoked out of the ground. What a great shot that is.
You're sounding all metallic and stringy at the moment. Well, that's not metallic or stringy. That is good.
Congratulations to him as well. Down the ground. It's going to be a chase on here. Foot fielding can't do the job. Bowler in. And Maximo smokes that one out of the ground. So that's a lovely shot there from Ravi Solanki, who hasn't given up.
That's what they need here. That's a full toss. Gets worked away. It will go to a big vacant area of the ground. Slower ball again there from Fahad. Just not bowl extras because that helps. That's guided away. Look, 4 more runs. It's a nice shot from Ravi Solanki.
That's how fast it climbs.
That's nicely paid. I'd like to look at the height on this, actually. As we have a Mars, on the network. Catching opportunity, and it's going to get through. It's going to be 6 runs.
Yeah, Munirudin in again here. Swing and a miss. Well, a swing and an edge. So it gets the finest of edges, and it's going to fly away for another boundary. So back-to-back fours here.
And Andrew Ryan will be getting things ready for start tomorrow in Finland. And okay, well, you said they need a 6. Can he get another couple out here? Goes for it, hits it well,
reckon he can.
And he can, you know.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
6 more. Volley.
They would not just get the required run rates, but it would go magical and just give a little bit of something up in the air. Well, there's a couple of Prague Tigers who are putting their hands in the air and saying, what was that?
What's he bowling
They
here?
literally ask him, what are they bowling here?
With this ball first and go back to it. So that's hit pretty well, and it's going to be 4 runs. So I just get the feeling Salim has brought up his 50 with that one, and 52-23. Now, maybe. Nothing is impossible.
Crashes that one again through the offside. Bit of work there.
Here comes Solanke. And there it goes. It's high. Where's this going to land? It's going to land for 4.
Very tired after the competition.
Okay,
Nice,
that's 4 runs. That's a lovely shot. It wasn't a bad delivery, actually. This is the one that counts. This is the one they've got to go after. Well, that will help. What's this caught? Has it caught anything? Yeah, a little bit.
This delivery is massive.
And, all right, that gives them hope. That keeps them in it. That keeps it a possibility. It's played away, but it's 4. You don't mind that. You can even sense that from the Tigers. One good, decent seed. But that ain't it. That is picked up. That is 6. So this game, they just won't lie down and call it.
Oh, boy. Wouldn't you love a couple of Maximos here?
Hit hard. 1 bounce.
4
runs.
No ball 7s and all that sort of business going everywhere. Let's see what happens. First ball of the last. Spank. High up in the air. Who wants it? It's into the hands, and that is a nice... It's the general manager, GM Hassanat, who holds this lofted shot from Ravi Solanke, who on a personal level for him, he doesn't get the 50, who comes over and says, well batted, we loved it.
As the Tigers have just dominated proceedings. Chipped up in the air, but it's a good chip. It will go for 6 runs off the rest of the competition.
Hits this one down the ground, shouts to catch it, and the catch is taken. Game is already won and done and dusted, but he gets a little consolation catch there, he does, on top of all the runs he's amassed. That is a terrific, massive innings.
But again, it just goes back to if he was able to go at that rate a little bit earlier, the story could have been different. But of course, that's all. You can't do much about that, and that is it. Look at the celebrations. That ball goes to the boundary, but the Prague Tigers are your champions, everybody. They have done it. And their little fairy tale, their dream has come to an end and has come to the perfect conclusion. They are your unbeaten side. They are your 2025 champions of this Premier Division. They have won the very first final.